The United Kingdom has said it will provide an additional $24.5 million in aid to Gaza. The United Kingdom's Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, joins us now, live from Westminster. Mr. Cleverly, thank you so much for your time with us here on Al Jazeera. Your government is offering a substantial aid package for Gaza, some £20 million. But the people of Gaza would need much less aid trucked across the border if Israel simply turned on the water and electricity. They have the power to do that on a grid that they designed. Is Prime Minister Rishi Sunak asking Netanyahu to do that?
Well, thank you. And as you say, the Prime Minister just a few minutes ago announced an additional £20 million in humanitarian support for the people of Gaza. That is on top of the £10 million that we announced last week, and on top of the £27 million, which was our pre-existing commitment to humanitarian support in Gaza. We are trying to alleviate the plight of the Palestinian people in Gaza, and I recognise the situation for them is difficult. And of course, sadly, we have seen the water pipes that have been previously funded by the EU, videos of those water pipes being torn up by Hamas and turned into rockets to fire into Israel. We have seen fuel that could go to electricity generators and the desalination plants being used to facilitate the attacks going into Israel. Of course, we want the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza to stop as quickly as possible, and the quicker that Israel can be reassured of its self-defense and its security, the quicker the suffering of the people of Gaza can be brought to a halt.
So, Foreign Secretary, just for clarity there, the British government is not asking Israel to turn the water or the electricity back on?
What we have said is that in all the actions that Israel takes, they should be conscious of the plight of civilians. They should do everything they can to preserve a civilian life. We are, of course, seeking to ensure that that is the case, and we've had those conversations with Israel. Israel have made the decisions about how they will conduct the military operations in Gaza. That's a decision for them to make. But in all our interactions with Israel, we reinforce the importance of international law and the preservation of civilian life.
Foreign Secretary, you mentioned fuel there. Some very limited aid, we know, has been allowed in, but not fuel. The United Nations has put out a call. Martin Griffiths himself, the UN's aid chief, has asked for fuel to be included in these aid deliveries. UNICEF, for instance, is warning that over 100 newborn babies in incubators will die if they can't be powered. Are you urging Israel to consider letting fuel in on some of these aid trucks?
Well, of course, Israel is not the only decision maker with regard to the facilitation of human